Hey folks, my name is Evan Muir, and welcome to the Kickstarter campaign for Shadow of the Zone, a short science fiction film. Myself and our team of filmmakers at Inner Space Anomalies have honed our craft for over a decade now, with each project being a chance for us to take on increasingly ambitious ideas. This time is no different. Following the legacy of our SCP films, Dollhouse and Overlord, we will be adapting the world of the Stalker video game series, all while providing you insight as to what it takes to make films of this nature. So, let's get into it. Now, I'm sure some of you are asking, what is Stalker? Stalker is a video game series created by GSC Game World, set within an alternate universe version of Pripyat, Ukraine, after the real-life events of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, which left the area an irradiated wasteland. This area was cordoned off by the Ukrainian government, thereafter to be known as the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant Zone of Alienation, or simply the Zone. In this universe, however, strange anomalies began to appear sometime after the disaster, and soon men from many backgrounds and interests flocked to the Zone in search of these paranormal artifacts. These men, who risk it all to enter this bizarre wasteland, would come to be known as stalkers. Some of these men would take an interest in the Zone simply to collect and sell any anomalies they came across. Some would enter to study and try and understand the Zone's inner workings. Others would take an interest in the Zone for much broader reasons, like trying to destroy it in an effort to save humanity, or inversely, attempting to live in harmony with it. The game itself is a first-person shooter with elements of immersive sims and survival games. You spend a lot of your time moving through the world while fighting other factions or mutants, taking on odd jobs, and progressing through the game's story. Occasionally you'll find yourself exploring underground labyrinths, or stuck out in the middle of a dangerous part of the Zone while at night, and have to roll with whatever the game throws at you. The world of Stalker is bleak, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Its sense of unease and mystery is one we, as fans of the games, cannot wait to bring to life for you. This brings us to the story of our film. Shadow of the Zone chronicles a seasoned free stalker tasked with guiding a band of mercenaries and an ecologist deep into the Zone. The primary goal of their expedition is to investigate a paranormal radio signal whose effects are wreaking havoc across the wasteland. Along the way, they will uncover the nightmarish effects of exposure to the signal, in addition to the grim reality of the signal's existence. Our aim is to deliver a narrative that feels completely in line with the games, while also adding a unique sense of drama that is deeply connected to the story world. How we present this world to you will also be a big focus for us. Much of the game's look and feel is that of an aged landscape repurposed during its decay by a new generation of settlers. So not only will our locations be chosen from the time period in which Chernobyl was abandoned, in addition to places that reflect the landscape and topography of Ukraine, but they will also be dressed up to resemble the location's new purpose in the Stalker world. Anything we cannot do through raw production design will be achieved using set extensions in post-production in order to make this setting feel all-encompassing. Costumes will be a mix of something grounded and realistic while remaining in line with the game's factions. Everything will have an aged and worn down feeling to reflect the time these characters have spent in the Zone. Most of the cinematography will be built on available and practical light sources to create realistic area lighting. Like our previous works, we're going to try and provide a grounded and tangible atmosphere. We'll be taking many references from the 1979 Stalker film by Andrei Tarkovsky, as well as the works of Emmanuel Lubezki and Roger Deakins. For our soundtrack, we'll be building off the style of the games, while also adding our own dramatic flair for key points in the story. We've gone out of our way to make atmospheric drones that resemble those from the game, as well as using chords and progressions native to the local culture for any music requiring the use of organic instruments like an acoustic guitar. You can find a link to the demo tracks we've written for the film on our Kickstarter page if you want a preview for how the film's going to sound. That said, our goal isn't just to make something that honors the game. We also want to provide direct insight into our filmmaking process. Now, while there are many resources online that discuss the philosophy of various filmmakers, there are very few resources that actually provide practical filmmaking knowledge, and this is what we want to provide you. This means an exclusive look into how we build our sets, plan our shots, light our scenes, how we cast and work with talent, in addition to our post-production process like building our soundtracks and coloring our footage, among many more things. But that's really not what I think is the most important thing to cover. One of the most valuable qualities you can have as a filmmaker is learning how to be a problem solver. Every film, no matter the budget or scale, will always present you with unique challenges that you will not have anticipated. There is always an unexpected obstacle you will have to confront, and we want to show you how we as filmmakers make creative solutions to all of these challenges. All of this will be exclusive to anyone who backs the project at the requisite reward tiers, and we are very excited to show you guys what really goes into these videos. In addition to the behind the scenes content, there are also many other rewards available for those who wish to make a pledge. Shadow of the Zone will be our biggest project yet, and we'd be honored to have you join us in bringing the world of Stalker to life on film by backing the project on Kickstarter. If you are unable to back the campaign but still want to support us, sharing either this video or the Kickstarter page would more than suffice. Thank you so much for your time, and as always, take care.